In this video, I want to cover a couple updates we've made to our ESS portal application version 4.4 to basically embrace some of the new feature functionality of knowledge management, specifically some activated plugins and features you can add into knowledge management. So let's get into it. So to start off with, there's a couple plugins I want to highlight that will make some changes to how we present things in the portal. So there's one called Knowledge Management Advanced, and some of the things that you're going to have in this Knowledge Management Advanced plugin when you activate, you're going to get things like versioning. There's some template support that you can have multiple different knowledge templates and how you organize the different fields and content parts to be part of that knowledge article. There's some feedback features in there in terms of being able to flag and add feedback to knowledge articles. So that's all activated through this kind of Knowledge Management Advanced, and it's built off what they call Knowledge Management version 3. So if that gets activated, there's a few things that I'll show in the portal that'll be kind of brought to life as well. Another one that's in here is subscriptions and activity feed framework, which basically allows you to subscribe to either a knowledge bases themselves and all the articles that are part of that knowledge base, or knowledge articles, and then in essence receive additional notifications if somebody adds a new version, adds some comments, makes an edit to those particular knowledge articles, or creates a new knowledge article in the knowledge base. So let's go see kind of how this these two activated plugins kind of show up in the ESS portal. So if we go to knowledge management, one of the first things you're going to see, and I highlighted this in another video in terms of the browse views, in terms of having a template you show here, and this is conditionally based off of whether or not the user has seen more than one knowledge base, whether or not they have rights to be able to create a new knowledge article. You'll see kind of an option here to create a new article. In addition to that template, there also are some new actions here that are done, and this again is checking rights. Can you create knowledge articles? Can you create social Q&A? Do you have social Q&A kind of activated? In addition to these, just to highlight real quickly, in addition to the user's rights within the system, there are also some settings on our portal settings area to turn on and off these features if you don't want to expose them via the portal. And so if you go under Other, you'll see in the middle of the section there is Show Knowledge Edit Options. That turns on and off the ability to edit knowledge articles and create new knowledge articles. The Show Social Q&A features is turning on and off that the ability to create new question, as well as being able to go to the community part and see questions from other users. All right, so there's that part. In addition, I mentioned the activation of the subscription framework. So you'll see next to these knowledge bases, you'll see some options listed here. If you are a user with the proper rights to do subscribe, unsubscribe to knowledge articles, you'll see options here to do subscribe, unsubscribe. So you can say I want to subscribe to this knowledge base. Now any new articles related to this knowledge base or new versions that come in, I would get notified on that. Conversely, I can unsubscribe from here as well. In addition to that, just to highlight, and I covered this in another video of user preferences, the same options can be done to the subscription aspects, can be done from the user preferences. You'll see an area to subscribe to either knowledge bases on and off here, or individual knowledge articles. These are the ones I'm subscribed to. I can desubscribe to those from here, and or go search for knowledge articles and then add subscriptions to those individual items. So further, if I go into any knowledge article, sticking to the subscription idea, you will see subscribe, unsubscribe to an individual knowledge article as part of kind of this additional options button here at the top. So I can subscribe, it'll say I'm subscribed to this, right? I can do the same thing and unsubscribe as a way to get out of there. The new features, so the advanced plugin activated does have version and versioning of knowledge articles as a concept, right? So you will see I'm currently looking at this article here that is in a current latest version of this, but there's an older version as well. So I can go and say, let's open this up, look at the versions. I can click at an older version to see what was different between the old and the new. There's also a highlight here at the top. If I'm looking at an older version of a knowledge article, it'll kind of highlight this to me. Right? I can either click here and see the version history, or I can jump to the latest version by clicking on that link at the top. In addition to the versioning, right, there's some other options here. I mentioned the subscribe. The flagging article allows you to say I want to flag, add a comment, add some feedback to this knowledge article. Right, kind of add that too, and you'll see that will flag the article, kind of put the information down below. I can create a new incident from this knowledge article, which then just to jump to that, what this will do is it'll basically take some of the content of that knowledge article, paste into the newly created incident, establish a linkage between the two, in essence allow you to say I'm creating an incident in context to this particular knowledge article. Further, I have options. Again, if I have options to make edits, I can go and edit this article directly from here, which allows me to then make adjustments to the article, publish it, add new details about this, and publish a new version of this knowledge article. Other just screen changes you will see here. One to worth note is that the body content, if you have these different templates, it's going to organize those templates into the body that has been adjusted or accommodated as part of this version update to support the different templates and rendering of those templates. You'll kind of see that in some of these different articles of like also support for things like the wiki type of knowledge articles been adjusted in here, and other how-to kind of articles. Other updates you'll see helpful versus not helpful. If I say yes, right, I do that. If I come back to this article, you'll kind of also see kind of a history or statistics of number of people that have viewed this as helpful or not. Right? So in this case, 100% found it helpful, which was just me and my one added helpful link. The rating and comments has been kind of reformatted in this version, but the same functionality exists to be able to say I have ratings and feedback. Right, and I can post those along with ratings. And last thing just to highlight on here, we've also incorporated this copy permalink option. You'll find this in the kind of knowledge portal and the way they render in, their knowledge articles. So we've kind of duplicated that functionality here. So this gives me the ability to copy this to my clipboard. Right, I can kind of close this out, paste this back in the clipboard, and jump directly to that knowledge article I was just looking at as kind of a permanent link to that document. So that covers what I wanted to highlight today in terms of some new updates related to folding in some of those knowledge management features for subscription, templates, knowledge blocks, as well as versions and other kind of feedback and document update kind of components to it. Hope this was helpful. Thank you.